He walked barefoot, his body dusted with sacred ash, marked by the sun and seasons of solitude. The wind circled around him like the breath of ancestors carrying the weight of ancient memories. Before him rose the majestic mountains, immense, unmoved and timeless. The Aghori did not kneel, nor did he defy. He simply observed and remembered. Yes, you are tall. Yes, you rise into the sky. But are you truly still? Or do you tremble deep within, like the thoughts in a restless mind? The mountain offered no reply. It never does. That is its strength. But the Aghori wasn't seeking words. He had come not for speech, but for reflection against the mirror of permanence, the illusion of greatness, the story of silence. He sat upon a rock, a breath away from the cliff that dropped into the unseen. Gazing upward, he spoke. Your quiet is vast, but is it awake? I've seen stillness that comes from emptiness, and stillness that comes from wisdom. One merely sleeps, the other watches. The mountain, wise and ancient, listened. You carry stories within, he said. Caves where sages once sat, streams hidden in your heart, echoes of chants long forgotten. You believe you are the guardian of truth. He smiled gently. I have walked through fire. I have sat with sorrow. I have stood unshaken in the presence of fear. And I have come to know there is no keeper. There is only the one who sees. He touched his chest. And that presence lives here. The wind shifted, as if something subtle had stirred, or perhaps the veil between the seen and the unseen had briefly thinned. You remain unmoved, but even you change slowly. Ice melts, stones shift, the very shape of you alters with time. I am not allowed such luxury. I must surrender who I was every single day. I must set aside name, form, and story, not to earn virtue, but to discover freedom. You are revered, eyes on the shimmering peaks, and I am often misunderstood, because I have chosen to walk among shadows, to see light even in forgotten places, to listen where others turn away. He placed his hand on the earth, letting the soil pass between his fingers. You are honored from a distance. I am questioned up close, yet we both are born of the same earth. Then he closed his eyes. In that silence, a voice arose, not from his memory, but from something older than thought, older than scriptures, older than even the idea of mountain or man.
It said, there is no true refuge until you stop seeking one.
He chuckled softly. Did you hear that? Even your deepest caves become resting places for dreams unfulfilled if one hasn't truly awakened. I've seen seekers come to you. Pilgrims, saints, wanderers. They arrive with prayer beads and sacred songs. They believe your presence will transform them. But often they leave carrying the same burdens. You don't change anyone. You simply reflect what they bring with them. And when the self still clings, even silence becomes heavy. He rose slowly, as if growing from the earth itself. Rooted, grounded, eternal. I do not come to worship you. I come to stand before you without disguise, to see whether your stillness can recognize mine, to test if your silence can meet the quiet I have become. The wind gathered now, not harsh, not soft, just true. He lifted his hand toward the sky. I have been fire, mountain, burning through illusion. I have been water, flowing through sorrow, shaping new paths. I have been air, touching all, held by none, and I have become space, vast enough to contain both your strength and my surrender. You are majestic, but I am empty, and emptiness cannot be touched, broken, or defined. The mountain did not move, but something unseen seemed to bend, gently, as if acknowledging a presence it recognized. And the Aghori turned, not to claim victory, but to dissolve quietly into the mist.
For those who no longer seek to be honored, become true.
You too are eternal.